Welcome, welcome, welcome. Saw everybody there. I'm just making sure everything's blooming switched off. Yeah, hunky dory. So how have you all been? What kind of week have you been having? Oh, I don't know. Hang on. No, it always does this. I turn the flipping thing off and then it starts going. Bloody thing. Right, go on, clear off. Right, that's it. Done. Anyway, how's everyone been? Hello, Patricia. Hello, lovely Ange, lovely Steph, lovely Joyce. Who else we got in the house? I've already said, oh, beautiful Anne, beautiful Moon Leah. I'll come back to Moon Leah in a second. I posted on the community page. So if you're watching live or on the replay, go and have a look at the community page because Moon Leah, aka out, I can't get my teeth in, aka April, is setting up her own business, Voice to Cup. So go and have a read of all the burb on there, and if you can subscribe to her YouTube page, that will help her as well. So I'm happy to do this for anybody and everybody. If you've got your own thing, your own service going, it's all about us helping each other. So yeah, go and have a look. So yeah, it's been a real funny old week, hasn't it? Real strange week. Obviously, everyone kind of knows the elephant in the room, what happened. I think it was it Thursday? It was on the 11th, wasn't it? It was on 9/11. What date we on now? The 14th. Was it Wednesday? I'm sure it was, yeah. Anyway, you will all know what I'm speaking about. Yeah, we're here this week. Hello, Carol. Hello, Kenzie. Bless you, darling. Hello, Patronica. Bless your heart. Yeah, it's been a real funny old week. And it was really weird because I was saying to a couple of people that I, speak to, like, kind of every day mostly. And saying it was really weird. I didn't get the download last week of what we were going to do for the Sunday. So what happens is I normally, after the session, it's like, okay, this is what you need to do to follow on from higher self. Didn't get that. Then I think it was on Wednesday. It might have been Wednesday. I was like, oh, come on, what's going on? Whatever day it was the following day that obviously everything all broke, hell broke loose in kind of America with the unrest. So this week we're doing unity consciousness because boy, do we need it. Boy, do we need it. I mean, it's got a, all I keep getting is it's a rebirth. We've got to go through it. We're going through the labor pains at the moment for us to get to not even 5D, because I don't kind of fit in with that whole kind of energy. We're bringing it here. We're bringing the 5D energy down to earth. We're not going into it. It's not a place that we go. It's just a frequency. So yeah, it was really weird. And then obviously the next day it was like, there you go. That was why I didn't get the download. That's why I didn't get. Well, I think I started putting the Akashic together because that's right. Next Sunday it will be 6:30, but it will be on Zoom. So anybody that gets the newsletter, I will email again because I think it was in this month's newsletter at the beginning of September. I'll put it on the community page. I don't want to kind of put it out there now. I'll probably do it Friday, Saturday next week. So it stays in people's feeds. If you get lost, you can't find it, just email me and I'm happy to just email it over to you. And I wanted to start earlier because I think we'll all be rabbiting. Yeah, we'll all be rabbiting, won't we? It's all kicking off. I know it's kicking off everywhere. So that's why it was called to do the unity kind of collective consciousness. Because, yeah, it's I've been really quite tearful this week, which kind of my stance on the old empath thing. I've been, quite tearful. It's been really weird because it's not like me. I'm not a crier. Never have been. And people go, oh yeah, but it's this, it's that. No. I cry a lot more than I used to, but I'm not a crier. But this week, it's really kind of got me in the heart, everything that's going on everywhere, all the division, all the arguing, and I've got to, smack myself on the wrist because I've been kind of getting involved in it. Whereas normally I'll just stay out of it. It's just like, yeah, whatever, and it was really weird that meme thing came up that I put on the community page about was don't get involved, just stay out of it. Because, as it says, it's just all ego-based kind of guff that we need to stay away from. So please, could you like this video if you're watching it live or on the replay, please? If you feel aligned, if you could share it. And if you're not a subscriber, if you could subscribe, it really helps us people find us and spread our beautiful community that we've got here. Our beautiful healing circle that everyone turns up to each week, whether you're here live or on the replay, it really doesn't matter. The energy is still the same. And tonight we really want to, it's kind of similar to what we've done before, but I've added a few extra bits in, especially sending light, like we did, I think it was last week or the week before, sending light to the politicians, all the peoples that are making the decisions, all the people kind of caught up in the wars. Even, I don't want to kind of harp on about it too much, what happened, but it was kind of a shock to the system when, you will know, it was in Utah, you know what I'm speaking about. Like I said, I don't want to kind of bring that energy in, but just the arguing and just the vitriol, is that the right word to use, of people, of just having no compassion for, whatever you think, whatever mindset you're in, it really doesn't matter. But, to be laughing and just so unkind to, a young man, because he was 31. Obviously, we know the spiritual side that he chose. That was his soul contract. Not meaning to offend anybody, but what an amazing soul contract he chose. But yeah, he's left behind 2 children. Obviously, we've got wars, and everything else going on. Absolutely, there's kind of stuff happening every day. But I think this was a real head turner for the world to look at and go, like, are we going to change now? Are we going to actually drop all this and unite? Because that's, like I said, I don't want to speak too much, but that's how they win, because by keeping us all separated. But a lot of you know this already anyway. So yeah, next week, I've told you about next week. I will send an email out with the link in it again and put it on the community page. What else have I said? Yeah, okay, just making sure I've covered everything. Told you about Moon Leah. Go and give her a follow and give her some support. That'd be amazing. Thank you. Something I wanted to address that somebody mentioned in one of the comments on one of the posts. I can't remember what it was, but they were talking about, and I'll go into that in a minute, because I'll need to do the cards in a minute, because that'll follow on nicely. But, like I say, the division, it just keeps us all separated. And when we unite, it's always been that left and right, hasn't it? It's like, oh, let's divide and conquer. We can keep them all arguing and hating each other, and that division, and I'm right, you're wrong. Da, 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 da. And I don't understand why highly spiritual people get really caught up in the politics. It's like, wow, like, can you not just see the whole agenda? It's so much that we could talk about, but we need to stick together, and we don't want that fear. We're light workers. We're down here to unite and to bring the miracles and to bring, the higher frequencies. Don't even want to call them 5D, because I think there's a lot of spiritual mumbo jumbo. A lot of you are still emailing me and speaking about that, saying, what was it about the 3 days of darkness? There's so much going on about that. So I thought, I said to this lady, I can't remember her name now, because some of you have different usernames. So I don't know who you are. I don't know your first name. But she was talking about the 3 days of darkness. So what immediately comes to mind for me is when we have the winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere. My geography, I'm rubbish. I didn't listen at school. I detested geography and all that kind of stuff. But when we have the winter solstice and it's winter here in the UK, whatever hemisphere that is, so in my mind, what immediately springs to mind is the 21st is when the days start getting longer, isn't it? Because it's like is it the longest day? No, it's or the shortest day. I always get bloody mixed up. But whatever it is talking about the sun returning after we've got, and then obviously, Jesus's birthday is the 25th of December, but if you look into it, you'll find, the real Jesus, it's actually in September, I think something like the 8th or something like that. But it's not talking about the sun in the sky. It's talking about Jesus I'm not speaking in the religious sense. Some of you might be familiar with this concept, but if you're not, go and do your own research and see what resonates with you. And that's what I mean. That's what I was going to say as well. I'm still getting emails and people messaging me saying that they're finding it hard to watch some people on these channels. Might even be me. Who knows? Right, okay. But they find, and like the kind of fakers and the ones that are just doing it, for the money, they're getting kind of weeded out at the minute. So yeah, really interesting times. But also it can be linked. I think there's a lot of fear going around it, and a lot of, I think this lady said to me that someone had channeled it. But all I will say about channeling is, we can channel as much as we want, right? And we can all do it. It's not a special gift that only certain special people can do. We can all do it, but often we just don't trust it. So my own perception of that is, I would rather just speak to my higher self than a guide or anybody else, unless I'm going straight to source, right? Because we're cutting out the middleman. Why do we need, I think sometimes it can just get stuff tangled up. But I'm not saying it's wrong to work with a guide. Absolutely not. If that's what you feel comfortable with, absolutely do it. I don't. Like I did. I need to look up that name, Masco. I got the name Masco. But you're cutting out the middleman. And when you start to feel and build that relationship with your higher self, and it's really strong, like everything just drops away. I promise you. Right, it just all drops away. We don't have the fear. We don't have those swinging emotions up and down, like a seesaw. They just, like, I can only tell about my own experience. So yeah, I think it's really interesting. But this 3 days of darkness. But like I say, even kind of anticipating the future, right? That's great. But if people are doing it and it's causing fear and it's doom mongering, think about whether you decide that you want to watch it, because it just keeps people stuck. And also listening to somebody else, and that I could, you could say, well, Elaine, you're being a hypocrite. That's fine. I'll go, yeah, absolutely, got my hands up. But you start, what resonates for you. If someone's saying something and, bringing stuff in all the time, and we're relying on that, how is that teaching us to be sovereign beings? It's not. It's going, look, I've got to go out there, right, to find the answers when all the answers are in here. So I'm not going to kind of go all Buddhist monk on the subject. But it does. It's all I can say is my awakening was very, very different. And it was, and what I learned from the beginning, I completely trusted it. I did think I was going a bit kind of at points, but once I got over that, and it does, and also it's like, I talk about the funnel, don't I? When you go through the funnel, right, you can't go back up through the funnel, because it just physically, you can't. So the further you go on this journey, the easier it gets. I promise you. You don't have the dark nights of the soul, because you're able to say, oh, see, it gets a little bit tricky. So it's not the same, you don't have the dark nights of the soul, but you don't get dragged down to those depths anymore, because you're able to just manage your energy and pull yourself up and recognize that it's just, if something's being repeated, right, and you're getting it in different situations and you're not actually doing the work to put it right, you're just kind of BSing yourself, going, oh yeah, I don't do that anymore. And you, like, honestly, yeah, it's just, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. But yeah, being honest with yourself, you've got to be honest with it. If you're not, you might as well just give the whole journey up. It's never, it's never going to change. Anyway, onto the cards. I pulled these ones from Soul Coaching by Denise Lynn, and the first one I pulled was focus. So I was asking for a collective message. So you can just see there's a lady, and she's got like a kind of flute, and there's beautiful light looking up, and on the end of the pipe, the flute, there's a butterfly. Right. And so I was, okay, that's brilliant. Focus. We all need to focus, and, focus on what's important. What's important. All this stuff that we worry about unnecessarily, it just all needs to fade into the background, because we've all got to step forward now. We've all got to bring, and honestly, the cards in a minute, it will all make sense what I'm saying. I was just like, oh my God, I love you, universe, because you just pull it out the bag every time. So we got focus. So what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on things that are going to bring you joy, happiness, peace, new opportunities? Or are you focusing on what's wrong with the world, buying into the fear, staying trapped in that? Or what just really, really focus. What do you want? And even if you just get a piece of paper or just voice note it into your phone, it really doesn't matter. But like, what do you want? Because it's like getting, trying to navigate for our spiritual journey and our human journey. If we haven't got a map of where we want to go, it's like getting into the back of a cab and going, where do you want to go? Where do you live then? It's like, oh, I don't know, just take me anywhere, right? So focus on what is bringing you joy, whatever you need to focus on. And then I asked for a clarifier, and then we got success. So you can see there's like a beautiful temple in the distance, and there's beautiful steps, and it's going into this magical, like, golden gates and a castle, and it's the number 47. I forgot to read you the number on that one. That was 22. You can't see, the numbers are very small on this card, but they were coupled together. So that clarified that card. So when you focus, whatever it is, the success is on its way. It's already there waiting for you. You've just got to step through these golden gates and stop getting distracted and waylaid, right? Then I was like, spirit animal, because I'm literally pulling a card every day, and I absolutely laughed my head off when I pulled this one out. So this is from the deck, my favourites, Colette Baron Reed, spirit animal. They're lovely cards. Yeah, beautiful cards. And we got ant spirit. So we all know. And what were we talking about last week? We said, didn't we? It's like, the grasshoppers and the bugs' life, isn't it? We're at that point. We're at that point big time, where if we put the hard work in and work as a team, this will follow for everybody. The focus and the success, they're all linked together. And this is where the hard work comes in. This is where working as a team, working as a collective. And you look on it, it's even got like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. And what's that in the middle? I don't know, it looks like a nut or something. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but that's card number 1. So yeah, it's like maybe going back to the start as well. Reminds me of that Coldplay song. Do you remember? Going back to the start. What's the song called? Yeah. And music. Start listening to music. If you're not listening to, solfeggios or music that is clearing energy, I would highly suggest, like, literally I have it on all day long. Sometimes I forget to put it on until about 11 o'clock, but it helps you focus. Obviously if you're at work and stuff, it's a bit different, isn't it? But if you work from home, just always have that, background of solfeggios are really, really good if you like them, or find any kind of music that you like, but it's got to be at the right frequency, because as we know, a lot of us know already that they've kind of messed around with the frequencies of the music, and our body's made up of 70% water, and we're frequency and vibration, and what we listen to and what we absorb, even about what we eat, what we eat and drink. Just, I know not everyone can afford organic. Absolutely. But, just think more about not eating the processed food. I don't always stick to that, I'll be honest with you, but I do my absolute best to eat whole food. So, yeah, don't always do it successfully, but anyway. But, so all this, darkness that's going on, like I say, it's a rebirth. But this is available to us all. And this is such a beautiful collective message, isn't it? Because this is why we're here every week. We're here every week, either live or on the replay. It really doesn't matter, because the energy is still the same, and yeah. So if we can get more people, with us, doing this work with us, the better. So yeah, I'm just welcoming in everybody. Yeah, it's all kicking off in the UK. Absolutely big protest in London yesterday. Yeah, they said that there was only yeah, I'm not sure that I really want to get engaged in that conversation, but I think there was some jigging and poking on the figures. What did they say? There was 110,000, But yeah, we'll talk more about that next week, where we can do it freely. Steph Q, I didn't receive the newsletter. I joined a couple of weeks ago. I will email. Can you check your junk mail, darling? Because a lot of the times, if you haven't got my email address as a safe sender, it can go into your junk. But you do have to confirm. You would have been sent an email. I would imagine it's gone to your junk, darling. So have a look in there, darling. Yeah, and Denise is saying New Tart's been so crazy with. I know, it's so sad. It's really affected so many people. And it's not about, politics. It's nothing to do with politics. There's just so many double standards out there. And kind of one side of reaping what they're sowing, really, and what they've done. It's just, yeah, anyway, like I say, we just send all love and light to his family and his loved ones, and they were just being so critical of his wife. It's like, oh my God, like, she's left with 2 young children. It's, and they were there at the event. They were there at the event, and I was just like, oh my God. So I'm just trying to find my tissues. I don't know what I've done with them. They were there. How horrendous, and they, the psychologist was like, oh, kids don't remember if they're under 2 or whatever. Trust me, they do. I have people in sessions that remember being in a cot and nobody coming. They're crying and crying and crying and nobody's coming. They remember. I've had people that go back to the womb. It's very common in past life work. Really, really common. People go back to the womb. They can hear. A baby can hear from 4 months old. And, it's been evidence. There's so much evidence out there. It's just, people all saying the same thing. Not everybody's lying, but you will get the naysayers that go, oh, it's all a load of rubbish. Okay, that's fine. You don't believe it? That's up to you, my darling. But trust me, you'll soon change your tune when you get up and you go to the light and you think, oh, yeah, shit, yeah, she was telling the truth. Absolutely. And Petronica, yeah, nobody should be, unalived for speaking their truths. Absolutely. 100%. And it was so sad. But he was just such a passionate speaker, wasn't I? And I feel a lot of it was because he would always shut, kind of weak arguments down. He was very clever, wasn't he? It was 20 minutes from your home, 20 miles from your home. Oh, darling. Oh, Denise, bless you. Oh, what are you missing, Moon Leah? Yeah, if you go to the community page, have a look, because Moon Leah set up her, she's in the middle of setting up her holistic therapy service. So yeah, go and have a look and give us some support if you can, if you feel aligned. Kentucky. What's that? Okay, yeah, I'm getting tangled up in the comments. Helen's saying, lovely quote, when the power of love overcomes the power of the love of power, the world will know peace. Jimi Hendrix. Absolutely. But we're such amazing souls that we chose to come here and be alive at this at this crucial point of, I don't even want to say new earth because I don't like the new age kind of connotations, but at this transitional time time doesn't exist, but on earth, down here earth time exists, but up there it doesn't, so yeah, absolutely. And it is, but it's, yeah, and Serafina, bless you, darling, absolutely, change is coming. It's already up there, right? All I can tell you is what I've downloaded over the last 5 years from my higher self is, and I was seeing the wars when I went through the awakening. A lot of you will know I was up there for 6 months in the realms, dimensions, all over the place, seeing all different kinds of beings. And like I always say, they don't often look like, the oval kind of fat and the big eyes, right? A few of them do, but not many of them don't. But I was taken to all these different places and there was battles going on, and some I would be involved in, some I would just be walking through, like observing. And I, if I seem to recall, I met this kind of counsel-y kind of group, which I kind of now know to be my soul council. But there was also others there. It was like the higher soul council, if you like. There was so much that happened. I can't, it's challenging for me to remember it all. But we were talking, and it was, they were saying that the war's already won up here. There's been a change of power up here. You've just got to go through it all now as humans. So, but then you'll hear other, inverted commas gurus saying, oh no, there's all the spiritual wars. And I think what I'm getting as well is stay away from the drama, and like I say, the doom mongering, and all that kind of stuff. Just if you can, I really recommend just staying away from it. I very rarely watch anything. I rarely watch any other, not because I don't want to hear what they've got to say, but they all say different things, you know, and you get some of them saying, oh, look, I'm the only person that channels XYZ, right? Wide berth. If anybody's out there saying that, really give it a good hard go into your heart center, and do you want to listen to that? Because in my mind, that's BS. Absolute BS. Big time. There is, but it's already happening. You know, all these things have to play out in such a certain way, and there's so much that can't be just dumped out into the public. And you know, kind of the truth seekers among us will know what I'm talking about, because it just can't be dropped all in one go, because there would just be mass hysteria. It just wouldn't. Yeah, it just wouldn't. And Petronica's saying about, I've been followed by red admiral, butterflies and 2 crows on my morning beach walk. And I swear the same too. In the last 3 days, I see a white horse. Never seen it before. Beautiful. I love that. Oh, I kept getting those white ones. Doesn't matter where I am. I can be out. I can be in the garden. And they like dive bomb me. Even when I went up the park the other day with Muffin. Yeah, it's like, you know, I just love it. And Kenzie's saying, I dreamt last night I was in a car spinning. I wasn't scared, but once it stopped, there was chaos around me and everyone else outside of my car, but I was good. Very strange. Well, maybe that can, you know, sometimes it could be metaphorically that you know that everything's going to be okay. You know that everything is whatever, what will be, but it's everybody around you. So it could be children, partners, husbands, you know, sisters, brothers, mums, dads, you know. Because remember, we're always connected to their energy, aren't we? You know, friends as well. So you know, what I just, from reading that, my intuition is just saying, you know, that you're kind of rock solid inside. Maybe you might not always feel like that, but you know, you're starting to trust that intuition even more. You know, exactly. But I was good. That's immediately what came through to me. But it's trusting it. And Serafina, 4 and 7 is 11. Yeah, it's my house number now that I'm at. 47. Yeah. Interesting, isn't it, with the numbers as well? Ants are workaholics. Yeah, absolutely. But then that's finding that balance. But what did I see? I saw something where they lifted something that was really heavy that you just would not imagine, and built all these kind of like underground cities, and you're just like, oh my god, they're so strong, but they stick together, don't they? They'll help each other. Nobody's left behind. You know, it's just amazing. Just that they're, you know, incredible. I feel so much love when I'm here. I've had parties and house hunting every Sunday. Oh, beautiful. House hunting every Sunday lately. Bless you. Welcome, Catherine. I'm glad you're here again. And Kenzie's saying she's not a workaholic for sure. I used to be. Yeah. It's really funny. I found out one of my wounds. I didn't find out until I was 52 that, yeah, I'd always worked hard in jobs because of something that happened to me in my childhood, because I thought I was stupid, but didn't realise. It's amazing what we hold on to. Yeah, we'll go back over. Oh yeah. Oh, Denise is saying it's so sad, such a bloody mess. I know it's heartbreaking. It is, but we now need to step up. Light workers need to step up to the plate even more now. So even if we do, like Moon Leah, you, myself, and I'm sure there's others of you that do holistic work, that we need to really step into that now if we can. You know, whether you're you know, doing readings or Reiki or any kind of energy healing. You know, and remember that we also receive healing when we're doing that work. It's not work, is it? Because it's our natural state when we're doing that. But yeah, I'll go back over the comments afterwards because I'm really mindful it's 5 to 8. So what are we going to do today? Like I say, unity consciousness, such a big, we just need to pull together now. It really, 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 and I think on both sides, I think people are seeing that we need to come together, you know, and the differences of I'm right, you're wrong, I believe XYZ, I believe ABC. People are just overriding that now. And I think, you know, like I say, I'm not religious. I was brought up a Catholic, but, you know, I think that, you know, religion is good in the sense that it's a lovely set of rules to live by, probably not the right words to use, but isn't it? You know, and if it's done in the right way, and there's no kind of extremism or, you know, overly you know, enforcing your views on other people, I think live and let live. You know, live and let live, isn't it? But I feel that that community is going to come together more, and people are realizing that they've been played. They've been used like pawns in a game of chess. And, you know, even the puppets, I need to be careful. Even the puppets, you know, who's pulling the strings? And I think we're going to find out, because yeah, in the UK, it's just an absolute disaster. Yeah, I don't even like to think about it too much, because it's just yeah, I know it's not irreversible, but we're gonna, you know, anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up into the quantum realms, and we're going to connect to your higher self. As you know, we're kind of doing every single week, but you know, I really hope that you are connecting more outside of these sessions and not just in them, you know. We're going to link up with other light workers and warriors globally, and we're just going to blast healing to all these like conflict zones and the suffering, and just the people that are going through just really horrible times, you know, through the wars that are planned. You know, they're not by accident. That, you know, and yeah, like I say, we'll talk more next week about this. But a lot of you will know exactly what I'm getting at. You know, and like I say, you're going to receive healing also. So we'll go back over the comments, but we're going to move into the meditation, because again, you know, I do love a long one. I try and put in as much as I can to each session, you know, so we normally do about half an hour or so. And some people kind of come from other places. So anyway, so as always, we call in ascended masters, any helpers or guides, any loved ones, and any beings of light that wish to assist us on this beautiful sacred journey. And also I'll remind you, as I do every week, if you're new here, welcome. It does not matter if you visualize or not. It truly, really doesn't. Just go with all your senses. You will have a stronger sense, right? So it might be feeling, sensing, knowing, smelling, tasting, hearing. It might be one of those. Whatever it is, if you don't visualize, it's fine. Okay? It really doesn't matter. But you start trusting, the more you start leaning into those super senses that you have, and the stronger ones, the easy meditation and hypnosis gets. So, like I say, just get really comfy now. Just settle down, whether you're lying or sitting down. It really doesn't matter. Just make sure you've got your hands and your arms and legs uncrossed. So if you just joined us, we're just about to go into a meditation. You're welcome to join, but you all catch it up on the replay. So just take some long, slow, deep breaths. Just if you need to fidget around and move your pillow or get a blanket, or, you know, make sure you've got a tissue, whatever you need to do, just take a few minutes just to get really, really comfy. So lead into the meditation. So, like I say, just take a nice deep breath in. And if you can do 6-6 conscious breathing and count in for the count of 6 and out for the count of 6, do that. You might prefer box breathing. Do that. Do whichever breathing that you feel the most comfortable with. And so now I just want you to feel the surface beneath you that's steady and supporting, and it's holding you with perfect care as you allow your breath to deepen even further. Brave and beautiful soul, you've chosen to be here at this precise moment because your heart and soul has heard a calling. Our beautiful, magical world moves through times of great change, and many souls feel lost in the swirling currents of uncertainty, fear, and unrest. Yet, within this chaos lies extraordinary opportunity for deep healing and unity. You are here, brave heart, because you carry something very precious, a beautiful inner light that can reach across any distance. It can touch any heart and heal any wound. And on this magical journey, will awaken and deepen the quantum aspect of your being, your beautiful, magical, higher self. And you'll connect it with others around the globe who share this same calling. We'll move through layers of consciousness as we descend into deeper states where time and space become fluid. And in this expanded realm, you'll connect with a quantum field, that magical luminous web of energy where healing travels instantly across any distance. And together we'll send waves of love and light that ripple through the collective heart of our community and humanity. Your presence here creates ripples of healing that touches lives of whom you may never meet, and bringing comfort to places that your eyes may never see. And this is the magic of your quantum connection. This is love operating beyond all boundaries. So let's begin this sacred journey together. And if you haven't already closed your eyes, do so now, as you allow your shoulders to drop down and relax, releasing any tension you've been carrying. As you feel your jaw soften, your teeth are resting apart, untouching. Your tongue is relaxed. And as you allow your forehead to smooth, your eyebrows relax as the tiny muscles around your eyes soften as they melt into complete relaxation. Now, every muscle in your face and jaw is letting go. Your arms rest heavily now, sinking into complete relaxation. Feel the weight of them and how they require absolutely nothing from you in this blissful moment. Your hands are open naturally, your palms soft and your fingers uncurled. Your breathing finds its own rhythm now. Gentle waves of air flowing in and out easily and effortlessly. Each exhale carries anything away that does not serve you. Feel your spine settling vertebra by vertebra into perfect alignment. Your lower back releases, your hips soften, and your legs are growing wonderfully heavy. Notice how peaceful it feels to simply be here, held by this moment and surrounded by the gentle energy of others who share your wonderful intention to heal and serve. You're exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what your soul came here to do. Your breathing deepens even further now. With every exhale, the ordinary world grows distant and dreamlike. With every inhale, you awaken to the extraordinary being that you truly are. Feel your consciousness beginning to expand beyond the boundaries of your physical form. Your awareness touches the energy of those around you, merging with a collective consciousness of love and intention into this space. You're awakening to yourself as a being of pure energy, temporarily housed in this beautiful physical form. You are becoming a bridge between dimensions, a conduit for the universe's infinite capacity to heal and transform. Now, as I count from 5 to 1, as we journey into the depths of consciousness, with each number taking you deeper and deeper into the realm where healing flows naturally. 5, feeling your awareness expand through every cell of your being, your body growing lighter and lighter, more relaxed with each breath. 4, boundaries are dissolving as you begin to connect with the vast field of quantum possibility. 3, your heartbeat is synchronizing with the cosmic rhythm that pulses through all living things. Every breath aligning you with the source of all healing. 2, time is becoming more fluid and expansive as you step into the eternal now, where all healing originates, where love transcends every limitation. And 1, entering into the quantum realms, where thought becomes reality, where your loving intention becomes a force of transformation itself. Here you are now, floating in the magnificent space where healing happens instantly, where distance means nothing, and where love connects every heart across the globe. Here, and this wonderful magical dimension. You find yourself surrounded by gentle golden light that pulses with the rhythm of universal love. This light recognizes you, it welcomes you, and begins to resonate with a frequency of healing that only you can offer. Feel the center of your heart beginning to glow warm, crystalline brilliance. This is your personal signature of love, the magical gift that you brought with you into this lifetime. It's been refined through every experience, every challenge, and every moment of growth and evolution. As this light grows brighter, you become aware of other hearts lighting up around the planet. See, feel, sense, or know them now. Points of light appearing across continents. Each one is another soul who's chosen to serve this greater healing. Together, we form a living constellation of love that embraces our beautiful earth. Streams of healing light begin flowing naturally from your heart, connecting you to every other soul in this global healing circle. Imagine these rivers of luminous energy weaving together, creating a magnificent web of connection that holds our planet in perfect love. Send this light now towards places where hearts are heavy with conflict. Feel how your love flows into the consciousness of leaders and decision makers, softening perspectives, opening doorways to understanding and peace. Your light carries the energy of possibility, showing new pathways forward. Now, direct this healing stream toward all the medical centers and healing spaces around the world. Imagine your golden energy flowing through the corridors and into rooms where bodies seek wholeness. Your love merges with thousands of other healing intentions, creating beautiful waves of regenerative energy that support every person who suffers. Flow your light towards the children of our world. See, feel, sense, or know this quantum energy of love, and it's creating protective fields around younger souls, helping them to feel safe, cherished, and free to express their beautiful gifts. Your intention plants seeds of wisdom and joy in receptive hearts. Send your radiant healing energy to those who feel alone or forgotten. Souls in hospitals, in care facilities, and in places where human connection feels distant. Your magical light carries the message that every being is seen, valued, and held in the infinite embrace of love. Pour this healing energy into the heart of Gaia herself, into forests, into oceans, mountains, and landscapes. Feel how the earth receives your beautiful offering, how your love supports her natural healing process, encouraging regeneration and balance in every ecosystem. Now, direct your healing energy transmission toward the global networks of communication, into every device, every signal, and every digital pathway that connects human consciousness. Your light carries frequencies of truth, compassion, and wisdom, ensuring that what spreads through these networks serves the highest and greatest good of all. Now, send powerful waves of healing into the economic systems of our world, transforming scarcity thinking into abundant consciousness. Imagine how your energy opens new pathways for resources to flow where they're most needed, creating systems that honor both prosperity and generosity for all. Now we focus on the educational systems worldwide, schools, universities, and all places of learning. Your beautiful magical light flows into the minds of teachers and students alike, awakening creativity, critical thinking, wisdom, truth, and the deep remembrance of our interconnected nature. Now we begin to pour our love into the political systems of every nation. See, feel, sense, or know your healing energy dissolving the illusion of separation between parties and people, revealing the common ground where real solutions can emerge for the benefit of all. Now amplify your transmission tenfold. You may see a dial in front of you. If you do, imagine your hand reaching out and turning the dial up to 10. And as you feel the grid of light strengthening, as millions of souls worldwide add their energy to this beautiful, magical healing field, we are creating a new template for human consciousness, one based on unity, compassion, and a shared responsibility of our planetary home. Send this multiplied energy deep into the collective unconscious of humanity itself. Your combined light rewrites old patterns of fear and separation, installing new programs of cooperation, of understanding, and most of all, deep, unconditional love. The very fabric of human consciousness is being upgraded through our united intention. Feel how this quantum field of healing extends beyond our planet now, connecting us to the benevolent forces and the galactics throughout multiverses. We are part of a vast network of consciousness that spans galaxies, all working together for the evolution of love in all its forms. Hold steady now in this transmission as we breathe this new reality into existence. Feel it taking root in the quantum realms, gathering momentum, preparing to manifest in ways that will surprise and uplift us all. Now let's take a few moments to integrate and activate this deep healing energy transmission. And I shall be silent for a few minutes now whilst you do this. And when it's time to return, you will hear a bell chime. Good, you're doing wonderfully. As you feel the profound shift that has occurred through intention, united intention, the quantum realms have permanently been upgraded with a new frequency of love. Healing and unity is now available to every soul on earth. You, beautiful one, have become a living anchor for this transmission. Every step you take carries you through this healing. Every interaction you have become a beautiful opportunity to transmit these upgraded frequencies to others. Now, take a deep breath as you begin to feel your physical body again. But remember, you're always maintaining your connection to this global heart network. You are learning to exist simultaneously as human, divine, grounded and cosmic, individual and universal. Now take 3 deep breaths, each one cementing your commitment to carry this light into your daily life. You are returning as an activated being, completely conscious of your role in humanity's awakening. This beautiful grid of light we've created together continues to strengthen and expand. Every loving choice you make, every act of kindness you offer, and every moment of peace you embody lovingly feeds this network and accelerates the healing of our beautiful earth. When you return fully in a few moments, you'll witness this world through expanded awareness. You will recognize the light in others more easily. Opportunities to serve and heal will appear naturally in your path. Trust that this process has begun. Trust that your role in the greater awakening. Trust that love is already transforming our world in ways beyond our current understanding. Start to gently stretch your arms and legs, or perhaps roll your shoulders as you fully drop back down into your physical body, feeling the energy of source flowing through your nervous system. Your body has been recalibrated to hold higher frequencies of love, light, and healing. When you're ready, open your eyes and step forward as the magnificent being that you have always been. Welcome back, brave light worker. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your service. I'll wait for you to drift back. Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. Oh, Kenzie saying, had to come out a little earlier, crying as usual. That's good though, but that's good. It's not good. I'm not glad that you're upset. Let me just put that one up. But in meditation, saw trees in Japan or China, and the transport you sit in and someone walks. What's it called? A rickshaw. I would look up the meaning of the rickshaw. It will have a spiritual meaning. I'd look it up, darling. But as we say, every single week, every tear is a step towards healing. So it's cry as much as you need to. Always.
always just it's not it's not to be seen as a weakness. It's just cry as much as you need to. So I would say, it's just beautiful because you're releasing, and we release in different ways, don't we? Release in different ways. So yeah, just sending you a big hug, darling. But yeah, I mean, maybe do it again. I don't know how many of you do the meditations again. I mean, I do try and put timestamps on them. Yeah, I'm just going back over your comments. There's Kenzie saying, I try to eat organic. UK isn't great for organic farming. Yeah, it's really expensive, isn't it? We do have, I'm in Devon, and we've got, I did think about going back to them and ordering, like the seasonal veg boxes, because I thought, we're eating what we're meant to be eating in the seasons, but I don't like some of the stuff they send. Yeah, because I mean, if you buy it from the shops, it's bloody expensive, isn't it? Like, I will only eat organic apples. I won't eat them if I can't get them, and broccoli. What else? Like cauliflower. Saying that I do eat sometimes frozen. You can't do it all the time, but hello, Ruthie. Ruthie's a fellow quantum hypnotherapist as well, aren't you, lovely Ruthie? Yeah, welcome, darling. Glad to see you here, darling. Really am. We were just talking about before we went into the meditation, heart wellness with transformations. You see another hypnotherapist in the room as well, Hypnotic Ray. Beautiful. And I love the name because, if you're new here or if you're regular, that was the name of my partner. Because I was going to call myself Lorraine Ray. Really weird, isn't it? Yeah. So Catherine, I'm just going back over some of the comments. So Catherine saying, I've been recovering from toxins for years, and now I have mold in my attic. My doctor said, was I being exposed to mold again? And in my attic, have to eat organic. If I don't, you don't want to die. Yeah. I mean, the thing is as well, I think we can't. Yeah. I think next week we'll have a bit of a big chinwag about that. But they're trying to get to us I don't want to speak about it because my videos don't get pushed out. If I start speaking about all this kind of stuff, we just got to do what we can do. All I will say is, for anybody, just make sure you're filtering your water. I'm looking at upgrading. I use a jug at the moment that takes out 99.9%. But I'm looking at what's it called? I can't think now. There's an offer on. It's on Instagram and everywhere. It's all over the place. And it does hot water in it as well. Yeah, it does both. Yeah, I'm looking into that. I thought I'll wait for the Black Friday sale or whatever to come along. Yeah, it's just really challenging at the moment, isn't it? I know. Absolutely. What's saying? Welcome. I've always stayed away from the drama, but this thing with Charlie's really disturbed me so much. I'm the same, darling. I found myself crying. Yeah, I've just found myself crying just for humanity. And just like feelings of sadness. It's like, when are we all going to come together? When are we going to have that grasshopper Bug's Life moment of all the ants, us going, we're not going to do this anymore. We know what you've been doing. So yeah. However, I still want to spread the love. Exactly. That's what we were doing tonight, spreading the love. What's Ken saying? I had to laugh. I dropped some stuff off to a donation place. I saw a woman looking at me. I start talking only to realise that it was me. There was a unit with a mirror in front of it. Oh, mate, honestly, I do stuff like that. I love it. You've got to keep laughing, haven't you? You've always got to laugh. So thanks for the invitation. I'm happy to. Is that Ruthie? I've just realised. Yeah, right, okay. Sorry, yeah, got you now. Right, bless you, darling. Yeah, no, I realised I've only just seen the comments, sorry, because they whiz by. But yeah, welcome. But yeah, Ruthie does the same as myself. Beautiful soul. Yeah, beautiful soul. It's been a real tough week. So Moonlee, a lot of people will ask me about politics. I can't tell them that I don't choose a side. I choose the whole of humanity. Beautiful. I love that. I love everyone and do not see myself as separate. We are family. Absolutely. And all I can say is that I think many of us spiritual people, we see the light in people. It's not about a side. But if you say that you like a particular one's, a leader or whatever or the other, you're immediately tarnished as not a nice, names like, racist, you're bigot, you're this, you're that, da, 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 da. And I'm just like blowing my mind. I've actually blocked some people because I just don't want their negativity on my personal page. It's a bit different with work, a bit more lenient, but on my personal page, no, I'm not having rubbish on there. And I did actually say the other week, if you want to unfriend me, this is what I see going on in my own country. If you don't like that and you're going to call me a fascist, racist or whatever for that, unfriend me. Don't follow me. I'm not interested. I send you away with love. But no, I'm not having it. I'm just sick to death of it. Like I said, I don't normally get involved. I really don't normally get involved. But recently I'm just like, hang on a minute. It's like you're just living in an echo chamber. Have you thought about X, Y, Z? But it's just such a tough time, isn't it, at the moment? It really, really is. Yeah, they're playing us all. Exactly. And it's definitely a rebirth. It is. We're going, I think we're just going into, the contractions are starting. And it's going to be a long birth. It's going to be, I reckon, until, well, what I've been downloaded is like 26 is going to be a funny old year. We probably won't settle down till about 2030. So we've got a few years, Yeah, and some of you, Ruthie is American, aren't you? But you don't live in America. You live in Europe. I'm not going to say where you live because that's up to you. But Mary saying, Lorraine, I've also been doing these sessions in the evenings before bed. Brilliant. I love that. I love that. Keep doing them. And I'll be putting, I think I might have found a way to get meditations out and hypnosis out quicker, but I'm, working on it and still trying to open the throat chakra 10 years on. Yeah, but Ken's, haven't we spoken about this before though? Just believe that it's open, believe that it's clear. Just keep sending light to it and just ask. We've spoken about that before. And yeah, just keep doing that, darling. If I remember, somebody told you that it was blocked, so pull that out of your head, please, because that's not certainly not true. And Seraphina saying, haven't gone to GSIC? No. 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 I've been once. Yeah, that was enough. That's what I've got to say about that. And Denise is saying, Lorraine, could we do a moment of silence and envision the world we want to be part of, please and thank you? We are from all around the globe. Absolutely. Kind of done that in the meditation, but we can do another minute. When was that sent? Was we in the meditation? No, I'm just looking at the time you sent that, darling. We'd already started the meditation then. Yeah, because I kind of covered what we want. We want the leaders to, say the leaders, they're not leaders though, are they? They're just the puppets. They're not really who's in charge. They're just there delivering, what's the word? Got to be so careful how I say it. Delivering the instructions of the higher ups. So I'd like to think that we did that in the meditation because we spoke about the schools and the university. That needs to change big time. And like I say, I don't want to speak about it too in depth, but if you look at a lot of the people that unfortunately have lost their jobs for saying really spiteful and quite hateful things with such a lack of compassion, not that I'm wishing it upon them, but a lot of them are healthcare, teachers. I've worked in education. Never again would I work in education. It was the most warped, effed up organisation. I've worked for the DWP in the UK, so that's like the government agency, if you like. So if you're from America, I've worked for the DWP, I've worked for the NHS. All of them just blew my mind because I only ever worked in the public sector. And that absolutely blew my mind because I thought, there's so much waste going on. You've got quangos, you've got this, you've got really not run as a business. If it was run like a business by business people, it wouldn't be like the NHS. It wouldn't be hemorrhaging money. You could throw everything you want. You could throw the billions, a cash cow at it until it's absolutely run properly by business people that know what they're doing. Obviously you need the medical side of people, but and then I worked in education. It just blew my mind. And somebody actually, and I think it might have been you, Rufy, I'd seen the video that you posted earlier about, there was this guy in America saying, like the education system really needs to change because it's so biased. Even in the UK, it's horrendous. Absolutely horrendous, that like you're just primed to think a certain way. And I had massive arguments, but I had massive set tos with my daughter's school because she didn't fit into the box. But I mean, I remember seeing I was a life skills support worker, so I used to work with the more challenging kids, the ones that kind of last chance saloon. They'd really had not good attendance and stuff. And it was just really trying to keep them in education because in the UK, you've got to stay until you're 18. And, I remember in an English lesson, an English teacher who was an American was talking about British politics and everything was an absolute lie. There was nothing factual in what he said. And I was like that. I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't realise until I'd worked in it, and I lasted 18 months. I loved the kids. I think it was but it was just so much mind. Like they didn't teach them to critically think. Everything was from the BBC or, the Guardian. Honest to God, it was horrendous. And wasn't great. So all the education systems all over the world, and I know in America that's a focus, isn't it? So I know when old DT came in, he was like, I'm going to sort this out, the education, because it needs to be sorted. And I think good on you, but it needs to be done over here as well. Mary, sorry, I went off on a tangent there, didn't I? Mary saying, halfway through I thought my heart would jump out of my chest. It was beating so hard and loud. Beautiful. I love that. I hope you're okay now. But that connection, you obviously tapped in to that global. And remember, it's not always just about us sending out, it's about us receiving too. I don't know if anybody experienced, I'm just gonna have a look through the comments, because I experienced, my mum had my dad in last week and I had my mum in this week, but I don't want to, and Ray was in as well, which was really interesting. And I was going off with him. I don't know what we were doing, but he was morphing in between the physical form that I knew and loved, and this, because he was part of the Arcturians, Ray, and this Arcturian being. So it was kind of like looking there, because he was taller than me, and I'm 5'7", he was 5'10". I was like looking there, and then I was like that. So I was like that, and my mum was there as well. It was crazy. But I just want to see if anybody else has come across any. Lovely Lynn. I think Lynn was late tonight, but Lynn and I tend to hook up sometimes. What's lovely Joyce saying? Hello, Joyce. We go to Petronica. Petronica, beautiful. Thanks, Lorraine. I saw the brightest violets and swirling golds. The planet was a web of light and faces, but no idea who. Beautiful. Well, that was in the meditation, wasn't it? It was like you're not going to know. You might never see these people and lay eyes on them. You may well do. They may come in, into your life in an experience that you have, or you might meet them in the realms again. Who knows? But I love that. Glynis is saying, welcome, Glynis. Beautiful as always. Thank you. No, thank you for coming. So what's lovely Helen saying? Tears of healing waters makes me think of the chalice wells in Glastonbury. Absolutely. But the more they flow, the better. What's that chemical that's released? Can't think off the top of my head. But there's a chemical that we release, isn't it, when we cry? Thank you, Mary. It was lovely. What's Catherine saying? I finally grew some organic peaches and apples this year. They were small. I got one tomato. Well done, but amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to move and have a little garden, you know, that I can grow stuff in. I'd love a greenhouse. Yeah, because then you can grow all sorts in there, can't you? Grow your own peppers and it's all organic. Yeah, well done you. But yeah, it's so expensive, isn't it? I think even apples, like, it's not nearly £3 for like six apples, organic apples, you know, and I'll eat 2 a day. It's like, go through them like a dose of salts. Beautiful Ange, a beautiful, I saw spirals of white light move around the world and so many souls were there, heart open, absolutely stunning. I love that for you, Ange. I love that. Well done. Bloody brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. The fire I saw in Japan or China is spiritual meaning transformation. Absolutely. Did you look up rickshaws as well? Because it was you that said, wasn't it? You had the rickshaw. Oh, sorry. Yeah, rickshaw. I'd look that up. Wonder what that means. I know it's too bad you have to watch what you say on here, but yeah, like I say, we've got 6:30 next Sunday. We're on a Zoom. So the clubs are off. I know. Water drop. Yeah, no, it's called the milky something. The milky plant. Yeah, I think it's normally 400. Sorry, the water filter. Because I looked at that one. It goes underneath the sink. But I use a hot water dispenser because of my hands. But this anyway. But this would replace it and the jug. So you can have like room temperature water out of, you know, you just push a button. And it's also got a water jug in it, but it's it's called the Milky Plant or something like that. It's on Instagram all the time. If I find it, I'll post the link. Because there's like 200 quid off at the minute. I think normally it's like 450, but I thought, well, I'll just wait because I've had Scarlett's 21. Absolutely wiped me out. 21 next week. Yeah, and I've just had the dishwasher go. You know, like everything just comes at once, doesn't it? So yeah, I've had to get a new blooming dishwasher. What else? Yeah, just like everything. You know what it's like? Everything just goes, doesn't it? You just kind of get yourself sorted. Think, oh yeah, you know, I can get a few things, you know, put to one side, and then it's like bang. It's like it's just like, oh dear. But then, you know, stuff comes in, doesn't it? Just when you need it, you know, it always does. But yeah, I looked at the water drop. Is that the one that goes underneath the sink? And Bear Grylls is promoting it. So I did look at that, but I've only got, honestly, the kitchen here. We've got no units on the wall, only round the side, which is a real pain in the neck. And under the sink, it's like that wide. You know, like normally you have a double one. We've got a dishwasher next to it that is being replaced. You can't see it. It looks absolute carnage in the kitchen. But yeah, I was looking at that. Yeah, and getting the blooming garden done and whatnot. Yeah, Natalie. Yeah, Natalie. Well, I'll put, like I said, I'll put the link in the community page as well. Absolutely. What's old Ruthie saying? A friend of mine gave me some of her homegrown vegetables, tomato, eggplants. Is that aubergines? We call them, don't we? Yeah, spicy peppers. Oh, right. I'm really jealous now. Fresh lemon basil. I'll tell you who's the Percy thrower on here is Lynn W. She's the expert at the old. She's Patrick Moore in the sky, and she's Percy thrower in the greenhouse. Yeah, I love that. Licorice basil. Oh, I've never had that. Rosemary, sage, lemon, sage, bay leaves, mint. I'm so lucky. Yeah, you are beautiful. I love that. But I suppose we can grow herbs and stuff, can't we? Yeah. But yeah, I would like my own little greenhouse that I can potter in. So Angie's saying, I want to start a community garden where I live and grow our own food. Absolutely beautiful. Have you got any allotments? The only thing is with an allotment, it's a bit of a commitment, isn't it? I wouldn't be able to have one, but yeah, I'd love to be able to potter when I can in the garden. Yeah, Natalie, I'll send the link anyway. Like I say, if you keep an eye on the community page, I'll post it there. I'll post it Friday, Saturday, and I'll do it Sunday before we have the event. So everyone should hopefully be able to find it. Reverse osmosis. I think this milky plant is reverse osmosis. It's if I'm hang on a minute, because I always get mixed up with distiller. I always get mixed up. But the milky plant, the one that I'm looking at, it puts potassium and magnesium back into it, because I know I've been to somebody's house before and I think it was reverse osmosis or distiller, and I had real problems with what do you call it, puffy legs, what do you call it, water retention. And my higher self said to me, it's what you've been eating, because I was away from home, so obviously your diet's not as great, is it? You're eating meals out and you know, eating kind of big breakfast in the hotel and whatnot. And I had really puffy ankles. And when I got home, you know, obviously I could keep my feet up and just drinking kind of normal water. But yeah, I think you've got to be careful, haven't you? Because I think some of them can strip everything out of the water as well. We've got to be careful. Yes, aubergines. Yeah, I don't like them. That's my worst nightmare. It's ratatouille. Hot, you know, what do you call them? Courgettes, hot cucumber. And it was really funny because I was talking to somebody about, you know, making soups. Lynn, I was talking to Lynn about making soups because it's that time, isn't it? And we've both got soup makers. And I was saying to her, you know, obviously, with my hands and everything, I can't cut, you know, Scarlett does a lot of the cooking, bless her. And I'd bought frozen butternut squash and I'd ordered it this week. And guess what they flipping sent me? Like ratatouille in a bag. I was like, you're taking the absolute mick. Like, how was that even similar to a butternut squash? But anyway, I thought, well, maybe if I blend it out, if I put it in the soup, it'd be all right, wouldn't it? Do you think? Yeah, I'll have to test it. See what, let you know. Just looking at your comments. What's that? Oh, Mary, my husband has Parkinson's. Oh, bless you, darling. What a brave soul he is. Love his heart. Parkinson's disease. And his neurologist said, I cannot look into your finances, but if possible, please try and eat as much as possible organic. Absolutely. But they're thinking about it, like in the UK, we pretty much, you know, I'm 57, but we pretty much did eat organic, wasn't it? There wasn't all these sprays. It's only because they've gone, like I say, I'm not going to talk about it because, yeah, I've only got to mention anything that's natural, even just probably by saying that, they'll stop the video going out. Kenzie's saying not many people like licorice. I love it, especially the sweets. Would you call them licorice all sorts? I'll never forget, me and my mum used to go into Marks Spencer's when I was younger, and you would get those licorice like in a cafe, like a wheel, and in the middle of it you had, in the licorice all sorts bag, you got the pink and the blue ones, didn't you, that had like little bubbles on them, and that would be in the middle. And I think there'd be like 3 in a pack, and we would, you know, split the pack. Yeah, just funny, isn't it? Mum was in tonight. She was saying some stuff to me, but it went. Did anybody see any other colours at all, apart from white or gold or anything else? Because I don't want to say. Lorraine, is that Archangel Michael? What's that, darling? Denise is saying, is that Archangel Michael? What's that on? What behind me over there? If that's what you're talking about, that's what I believe it to be, and that's what we've called him. Yeah, so that's Archangel Michael for me. Is that Abel and Cole by any chance? What's that? What, dishwasher? Yeah, Natalie's saying, is that Abel and Cole? I don't know what that means. Tell me what you mean, darling. Yeah, she said, is that Abel and Cole? Not sure what that means, darling. Yeah, Michael, absolutely. Yeah, let me know. Michael, he must be my man too, because I heard his name clearly in the meditation. Yeah, there was a lot of blue light. And like I said, my mum was there. We were talking about stuff. And I was saying, because Ray was there, and like I say, he was morphing in between his physical meat suit that I know and this Arcturian. And there was other Arcturians there, and we were holding this like blue light around us all. And I was talking to my mum, saying, well, which star system are you from then, mum? Or where have you been? He's touching my nose now. Stop it. And I couldn't get it out of her. Yeah, it was really weird, because next week, obviously, we'll be on our Zoom, but I was going to put a meditation just to keep the YouTube algorithm going that I have to do. Yeah, Mr. Bassett, he's my mate. Yeah, I love Bertie Bassett. Don't buy the snide ones from Lidl's, because they're not the same. Yeah, but yeah, you heard Mike. Yeah, but Michael's such a strong energy, though, isn't he? You know, he's very strong energy. See, Gabriel's my man. Yeah, Gabriel's my man. Yeah, my right hand man. Yeah, beauty. Oh, Helen had strong pink. What's that? Catherine saying my grandma was Belgian, had a tin of hard but chewy black licorice she ate. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, no, we used to. No, it was like mainly soft licorice we had in the UK when I was growing up. Maybe that's an older thing. So Helen's saying she had pink, and Kenzie's saying she's all blue and green. Yeah, there was like this blue. Yeah, blue. Lorraine, is it living water? No. What the no, I think it's called Milky Plant. Where's my bloody phone? Hang on a sec. Right, let me go and have a quick. I might be able to find it when I'm on here. I'm sure it's called Milky Plant. And you know what it's like when you're on Instagram? If you look at something once, it just comes up, doesn't it? Time and time again. Yeah, it's Milky Plant. Oh, no, hang on a minute. Yeah, I don't know if you can see. Oh, no, the bloody light's going to not thing it. Why are you doing that? Oh, no, I don't. Oh, 25%. Oh, no, £20 off. You can give me 25% off. I don't know if you can see the top one, but it's got like the hot water dispenser. And then on the side, you can also, so the water runs through and you've got like a jug. But we've got carafes of water that we put in the fridge, just so you've always got cold water. And I drink, you know, I try and obviously keep my fluid intake up. And I drink, I've got like a glass teapot with a, what do you call it? A hoodie. What do you call it? Oh, Jesus. Tea cozy. That's it. That takes like 900 ml. So I just try and drink so much. Oh, Abel and Cole. Oh, yes. Right. Okay. No, ours is called, I'm not going to remember. My daughter's friend worked there. Packing. I can't think what it's called, but no, it's not Abel and Cole. It's another like local one to us. I don't know if they're national. Oh, what they're called? I know. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Lorraine, you've had visions of Michael. No, not so much. He's not one of my not one of my regulars. Gabriel is. But yeah, a lot of people do see him. A lot of people do. What's Ruthie saying? I thoroughly enjoyed being here tonight. Welcome. We're here every Sunday, apart from next week. We'll be 6:30, but I'll send you the link if you want to come along and join us. We're having a meet up where we can all be on camera She can't do that on here. So yeah, welcome. Yeah, come along. Yeah, loads of love and light, darling. You have a brilliant evening. I'd love to know what he looks like. Well, he looks different. Archangel Michael looks different to everybody. I see him as like a Tarzan-y type, you know, kind of like long, yeah, like Tarzan. That's who I imagine. But but the thing is, you don't even have to please don't get hung up on seeing. Just tapping into that energy, because it really does. I don't know how new you are here, but I say it all the time and time again, please, it can just hold people back when they've got that expectation of seeing, always seeing. You don't always need to see. You can have that conversation. You can know, you can sense, you can imagine in your mind's eye, because I think this whole visualization thing, whether meditation or hypnosis, it's so debilitating. I do know some hypnotherapists that don't even take it into consideration. And I'm like, because you're setting people up to fail. So I never want to do that. Never want to do that. I can see it online. It's called Milky Plant. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at. And I probably would have got it this month, but like I say, I had to get a new dishwasher, which is only a skinny one, and it's 300 and something quid. Pontefract cakes. Oh yes, I remember them. They were in the jars, like in the old-fashioned sweet shop. They've actually got one of those downtown. I'll try and stay out of it. Yeah, reverse osmosis system is £400. Riverside. Yeah, that's it. Is it Riverside or Riverford? Might be called Riverford. Yeah, I don't think it's Riverside, but you're right. It's definitely River something. But yeah, they're in Devon. Yeah, Gabriel's healing. But yeah, he's he came to me. The first interaction that I ever had with what's the word? An energy not of the light. I'll speak to you. I'll let you know in a minute, Denise, how we do that. So the first experience that I ever had with Gabriel was sitting outside the courtroom when my daughter was going for a court case. Riverford, that's it. Riverford, yeah, that's it. Riverford. Is that national, is it? I didn't know if it was local, like to Southwest. And yeah, I'll talk more about that I can talk more about that next week. But yeah, it was really interesting. Oh, that's Muffin. What's she doing? She made a bloody jump. You see me? He jumped out of my bloody skin then. I think she's wandering up in the hallway. Cheeky little monkey. It is national. Oh right, okay. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that because I never had it when I was in London. When I lived in London. Oh no, it's gone now. Yeah, I'm getting tired now. The Zoom, I will put the link. Or you don't need Zoom at all. You should be able to, if you want to download the app, you can, but you shouldn't need to. The link, you can just click on it and it will take you through to Zoom. Yeah, it will just take you through on your browser to Zoom, and then you just you'll be able to enter, and I'll have to let everybody in. But I will ask everyone if you can be on camera, because I really want everybody to see each other. I just think it'd be so lovely, lovely to do. I was going to say, because you've all got, if you ever email me, you've got my work number on there. So I'll just make sure I've got that. And if you get stuck, we can hopefully talk you through it. I'll get you in there. Joyce says my son in Tavistock gets them. What, the Riverford? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go back to them because I do like to eat as much as we can organic. But yeah, it's just so expensive. Avocado. Yeah, they're dear, aren't they? Yeah, but no, Gabriel to me is more about communication and in the religious context, he's like the right-hand man of God as well. Yeah, it's just like communication, clear communication. And it can be I think he's linked to
birth as well, for people that, want to be, expecting. He's got loads of different qualities, but for me, it's more about communication. But I see it as a gold, a bit like Metatron, kind of similar to Metatron, but mine's more like a deeper gold, where for me, Metatron is more of a lighter white gold, if you like. And it's funny because I'd never heard the story. I've never really heard anyone speaking about the story that he's technically an ascended master, because I think other people's perspective about all the archangels is they've never had a body, but Metatron has, allegedly. He was Enoch. So I just think that's really interesting. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? But like, go with what your heart tells you. How do we do the Zoom? Yeah, no, honestly, it'll be fine. I'll send you the link, or you click on the link. Go to the community page. I'll put it with a picture on it, and you just literally click on it, and it should just bring you straight through. Like I say, if you've got my thingy, anyway, yeah, I'm going to clear off if that's okay. Just thank you all for coming again. Thank you, Kenzie. See you all next week. Another fun Sunday. I'm glad you find it fun, because that's we laughing, is one of the most highest frequencies that we can hold, is laughter and smiling. And even though the world's a bit pooey pants at the moment, we've still got to go, haven't we? And as I always say to you, keep going, and most of all, keep smiling. Have a wonderful week. I love you all. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you next Sunday at 6:30. I love you lots. Have a lovely week, and keep going and keep smiling. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Moon Leah. Thank you. Yeah, I know. It'd be lovely, Steph, won't it? It'd be lovely to meet everybody and see everybody's faces. And yeah, look, I can't wait to see all your beautiful little faces. Wish I could give them all a squeeze. You're welcome, Moon Leah. Yeah, so if everyone can give Moon Leah a subscribe on her channel, that'd be amazing. And I just love you all so much, and thank you for being here. And I'll see you next week. Literally, love ya.